Today I'm in the Woodyard. We're going on a road trip. We're going to get some wood. Here we go. So I'm up at Jason's place here. He's got wood everywhere. He's got equipment coming out of his butt. He's got it everywhere. He's got all kinds of stuff you guys are going to get to see today. He's got a processor. He's got a tub grinder, regular grinder. He's got Easton made products. He's got a dyna. He's got everything.
Chipper.
He's got it
High
all.
hole.
So first of all, we're going to talk a little bit about the wood. You generally, all you have to do to get wood is pay for trucking, right?
Correct.
Because you're cutting a lot of it in the woods on jobs where they want it gone.
Correct.
You
Yep.
just got to get it here somewhere.
Or in the past, I've bought jobs with oak on them that were close to the shop, just because I wanted the oak.
Right.
Just because I wanted the oak for the firewood for our bundles is where it started.
And what do you sell the most of now? Just everything?
We're selling a lot of mixed hardwood. We're selling a lot of oak for smoker wood. We sell a lot of pine, hemlock, popple.
And that's what this is here.
That's what. Yep. This is all big hemlock.
Great big huge pile of hemlock, big stuff here. And so yeah, that's cool. So you just try to keep it somewhat separate in your yard, and I'm gonna scan around so you guys can see out there. He's got wood up the wazoo, wherever that is.
And there's more back. There's more back there. There's more back there.
In your wood yard, you got about 5 acres, you said?
5 acres.
Yeah. And now you run out of space to put your debris and stuff, or that's not a problem?
We're trying to process that as fast as we make it. We're trying to process that part of it.
And then what do you do with your debris? Are you selling that too for mulch or for
that all goes through the tub grinder and goes into the trailer and goes up for biomass.
Yeah, well that's good. Well, let's go look at some equipment. First, let's start over by your tub grinder. I haven't seen that yet. Let's go over there.
This is a Moorbark 1000.
Moorbark, I've heard of those. Yeah.
10-foot tub, cat engine.
How big of an engine?
Right around 450 horse. We sell probably 300, 400 yards of mulch a year, but the majority of it all goes to biomass.
Oh yeah, because that's 100% sale. They want it all the time. Right?
Yep, and that's what the loading ramp that's over there, that's what the loading ramp is for.
Yeah.
Just keep pushing her up in a pile and load it into the semi-trailer and
So
let her go.
To eat, huh?
Oh yeah, yep.
Loud?
Yes, it's loud.
Eat a little
Yep.
bit.
Yeah, anytime we run it, I put full mirror plugs in plus a set of earmuffs over the top.
Yep.
This is a FR70.
Yep.
Got about right around 6,500 hours on it. Little diesel motor, 2-cylinder diesel motor in it. It's just too small for what we're doing. It's got the ACS quick coupler on it. There's a set of forks with it.
Oh, yeah. So you want to get a bigger one, you're saying?
Yep, unless somebody can find me a quick attach plate where I can put a 3 or 4 yard bucket on here.
I bet somebody could make one.
I got to find that guy that can make one. This is what we call our dirty chip pile. So if they got rakings or they got a few chunks of wood here and there or some brush in it, they dump it in the dirty pile.
Yep.
I push it up, scoop it up, dump it in there, and comes out the other, goes through a set of screens and comes out the other end ready to load in the trucks.
So you can hold whole logs in there too, no problem.
Yes, you can. It can be a little bit dangerous. The whole logs do come out every once in a while if they're small blocks. I've had that happen more than once. A 14, 16-inch block, 14, 16-inch long, about 14, 16-inch diameter, come out the top and over onto the other side, about 20, 30 feet away.
So you don't want to be standing there, in other words.
No. 99% of this will get ground up.
You got some locusts there.
Yep, I'll pull some of the locust out. That's what we heat our shop with.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
This is a load of box elder that came in this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we started putting big oversized chunks over here, and then we ran out of room.
Yeah.
Here's a loading ramp.
Oh, okay, got it.
So we'll back the semi-trailer in here, 64 buckets full with that loader. That's why I want a bigger one.
So
64 buckets full.
Knock it down to like a couple dozen at the most?
I would be happy if we could knock it down in half at this point. Oh, this is all saw logs.
Oh, these are good. I thought these looked pretty nice.
Yep, this is all saw logs.
Those in my pocket.
That some of them got to be trimmed up yet. Some of them I got to move them around.
So you got a little bit of everything. Looks like some oak, some ash.
Oak, ash, a little bit of birch.
What's that down there? Is that like?
That's all
What is that?
ash.
That's ash down there.
Yep,
too?
all ash. A lot of ash. We get a lot of ash coming in the yard.
Smell cottonwood right
Yep, that's all cottonwood.
Nice. That you just as soon make go away. You make probably grind that up too, I suppose. Huh?
Yeah, that'll get ground up. They dumped it. Typically, I don't want them to dump it here. They dumped it here because it was wet. So that pile that looks like dirt is all stump grindings. And I got a couple neighbors that are bringing the horse manure over. So we're mixing that all together. About another year from now, maybe 2 years from now, it will. It's going to make beautiful compost.
Oh yeah.
Part of where we started getting all the wood from was I wanted to be a full service dump site for the tree services, and that's where a lot of this stuff is coming from, including all this stuff that's cut up here.
Sure.
Came from a tree service one day.
Do you find that they make you take everything though? You getting branches too, or you don't care because you can grind?
I really don't care. I have a lot of my tree service guys are super good guys to deal with. If it's questionable, they'll call me.
Yeah.
And we're getting them, based on how they mix it together. You know what? If it's, and I've always told them, if you got logs on top of your stump grindings, dump them over here.
Yeah.
If you got logs on top of the chips, dump them over in the big pile. If it's straight logs, you can dump them over on this side.
Right. So
And
you
it
do
just-
a little bit of work separating everything
Yep.
out.
You try to save a little bit of work anyways.
So now you were telling me you go through selling wise 250 cords, 300 cords a year, something like
Roughly right around there, yeah.
that. Or would you? But then you're selling, of course, all of your truckloads of your bolts, your logs for lumber. You're selling your what else do you sell? Well, obviously you buy biomass stuff. Oh, and your
Yep.
pulpwood.
Yep, the pulpwood, the biomass, we're doing some bundles. We're doing bundle wood,
So everything to do with
smoker
wood.
wood. Yeah.
Pretty soon you're gonna be manufacturing toothpicks and
No,
toilet
no,
paper.
no. If I get that far deep, we got problems.
Yeah.
So this stuff here, well, we sorted a lot of it out. What we're actually going to do is put it on the bunk of the forwarder, straighten it out, and make bolts out of it.
Yeah.
Because there is no way, with all the wood I have in my yard, that I'll ever go through it. We're going to end up having more wood that rots than
Yeah,
what.
because you're doing other work besides everything else. You
Correct.
can't constantly stay on it. I find even the little loads I get here and there, I have a hard time keeping up because I've got other things going on. Just everybody thinks like, oh, that's an afternoon. Well, no,
It's not. We got some
here.
aspen popple. Yep. Got some white oak there, some hemlock, some red pine,
Yeah,
some hickory down there, some cherry down there. This hickory's been here since January, February. In one of my, I think it's video number 22.
Yeah.
When I was playing in the snow with the forwarder, the hickory got picked up and got piled here, and it's been here ever since. I said, oh, I'll get to that one day with the firewood processor.
Yeah.
There's just not enough time in a day
Well,
with everything else
it's
that I'm
no
doing.
problem because you made good friends with tree service people, so they just bring it.
Correct.
And you just keep getting it. And this stuff right here, like you said, is a lot of work if you're going to cut it manually. Even if you ran it through the processor, it's a lot of work. But you might end up just grinding this with a tub grinder. Another guy's got a big one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We're talking with a guy to take this whole windrow, shoot it over behind where the loader is, and just grind it all up.
Yeah.
Run it through a little bit bigger screen, and then I'll condense it down to the size that I need.
I'm not saying as a firewood person, it's a shame because you got hickory, cherry, you got all this nice wood here. And as a person that would, look at this and say, oh, you could make lumber out of this. I mean, you can, but you can't keep up.
I can't keep up. And the other the other way to look at some of this stuff for a lot of guys is they say, oh, you got tons of wood, is if I didn't have all this wood piled all over the place, all of this wood that's here would have got buried.
Yeah.
It would have got buried in a landfill.
Right.
So the tree service guys are happy.
By bringing it to you.
Yep, are happy that I'm taking it. I'm happy to get it, and we're all, at the end of the day, we're all making a little bit of money. And today, which is a Saturday, I had 4 loads that got dropped off today.
Yeah. Yeah, you be careful what you wish for.
Yes, yes.
Let's go look at some more toys.
This is one of the best things I ever bought. It's an old lumber delivery truck that dumps. I wanted the flatbed for the versatility. We got the log stakes. We're able to put stakes on the sides. I can deliver 3-cord loads. I can put a set of 2-foot sides on, put 3 face cords or 1 full cord in of cut and split wood.
Sure.
Dump it, bring it to a customer, dump it. When we're doing some of our auction stuff, our machinery stuff, I got a flatbed to haul the stuff home.
Nice.
It's been a really good truck. We actually built a set of 4-foot sides last winter, and we were able to process boiler wood for guys that wanted a little bit bigger firewood.
Right.
We ran it 20 inches long,
Right.
filled the truck up, called it 3 cords, and it was a flat rate to deliver it. So that worked out, and we did 3 loads a week out of tree service wood again.
Yeah.
So this is a mixed bag of stuff.
Yeah, all the
This was we hauled 3 loads out of a job, and I was going to haul all the rest of the stuff home, and I told the truck driver, I said, hey, just bring the trailer back, I'll pay you the extra money, get it back to the yard.
Yeah.
So the open bunk here had some of the saw logs on it. There's some saw logs here, then some pulpwood. The front bunk is all pulpwood, and the back bunk is all cherry. There was a little bit of basswood in the middle bunk here, but I just said just haul it home. It'll be in the yard, and then I'm gonna end up unloading the back 3 bunks. I will then take the green forwarder, cut a bunch of bolts, and put them on here.
So you primarily use this just to hold wood?
We've used this more and more in the last probably 3 months on short trucking runs,
Right.
where a lot of our loads of bolts. One of your other videos, I think we got a load of bolts.
This is that trailer.
This is that same trailer that the load was sitting on.
Yeah. Oh, and here's
That-
basswood right here, right?
Yep, that's basswood. That'll be
What do you do with this? Just chip it?
no, that'll be campfire wood.
Oh, campfire wood, yeah.
We'll mix that with the pine.
Yep, yep.
This load of ash here, I think I'm going to sort. I'm going to see how it runs through the firewood processor. If it,
Oh, that'll run nice. That's nice. and straight.
well, it was fence line wood, so it may or may not run
You might have some
nice.
staples and
Yes. If there's too much of that stuff, I'll put it on the trailer and send it out of here, and it can be somebody else's problem.
what do you got back there? It looks like oak.
That's all red oak. Came off. That's all storm damage from 2019.
Oh, so you've had this a while now.
It got delivered just over a year ago.
And are you on stringers all the way?
Yes.
Yeah. that's
Yep.
good. 'Cause red oak likes to suck up moisture.
Right.
Yeah, it'll just get drier and drier. There's a guy, I watched a video, he's in, I want to say he's in either New Zealand or Australia. He doesn't sit on wood at all, and he doesn't have a kiln. He buys 5 years in advance.
Okay.
Puts it out in the field, he buys truckloads, just stacks it out there, and he takes the 5-year-old stuff, processes it, so delivers it.
Mm-hmm.
Never sits on anything other than the
Fantastic.
logs. That's a good idea if you can
Yep.
afford that.
If you
much
can afford
inventory.
that.
Yeah.
That log right there, I think we're going to stick in the back of Chris's pickup truck.
Oh, this is
And that one, that's a nice piece of white oak.
These are the kind I like when they got this. This is
Yeah.
decoration. I like that.
Yep. No charge for that.
I see it's got a split.
It's got a split in it, so it's not
It'll make
much good.
firewood.
Yep, it'll make firewood.
You got more stuff here. Wow,
This
that
is
looks
all
like
cedar.
Yeah.
That's all cedar.
That's good campfire wood too. Very good campfire.
Well, it actually makes better posts.
Oh yeah.
We're selling, we had a pile. The pile was about 3 times this size in spring, and we got guys that are every week I got a couple.
Fencing posts?
Yep. And next spring, whatever's left, if it's not over 6 inches in diameter, it's going to go through that big tub grinder, and we'll have cedar mulch in the spring.
Cedar?
Yeah, oak and a little bit of maple. That was on a job we had to get out before weight limits came on, so that's...
This is all red oak, isn't it?
This is all red oak. This is more of that storm damage red oak.
So this was all basically free stuff too, because you got it off of...
Well, this was
Pay for trucking?
I paid a little bit of money for the stumpage for this wood, but not much.
Yep.
This is actually was just so we could move this stuff around and get it dried out. This is that hemlock.
This is hemlock. What's almost like white pine.
Yep.
It's heavier though, much heavier.
Yep. This is all. No, I take that back. This is hemlock and white pine. There's hemlock on this side. This is more hemlock in here. We just put it in the crates to make it easy to move around the yard.
So tell people about your crates, because we were talking before we started recording that you bought a semi-load of these. And
Correct.
You got them for like 10 cents.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. They're worth more in scrap right now than what I paid for them.
Yeah, but they're awesome for firewood because you're not going to destroy them, and this is what are so much better than IBC totes, because these are made well.
Yep, they're shorter than IBC totes, so you don't have to cut a hole in them.
Right.
They're easy to work in and out of. You can put just over a half a face cord in it. We call it a half a face cord.
Yeah. So you're saying you have your boys stack this?
Yep.
And then you put this out front and you sell one of these for $60. So really you
Correct.
get $120 for a face cord. And
Yep.
You sell lots of it.
Yes.
So people just basically back their truck up to it, they load it up themselves, and
Yep. Put the money in the box, and it's part of our roadside stand. So
remind me, I've got a pay box for you if you don't have a really good one.
I have a terrible pay box.
I got one for you. It's
That
a
would be
nice one.
That would be awesome.
It's got your name on it right now.
Awesome. Pretty much all this stuff will go through the dyna. I got a couple.
Pretty maximum on these, because these look like 18s-ish, something like that.
There's a little bit of wiggle room on these yet.
Yeah.
We're running a 6-way wedge on the dyna.
Yep. And this is the SC.
SC15.
Okay, so what does that mean? How big is it?
It's actually what I was told when I bought this is this has all the bells and whistles. It was upgraded to a point where, because I wanted to buy the SC16,
Yeah.
the only difference was the 16 had a little bit longer conveyor, and we could get another. The capacity was another 1.5 inches was the only difference, so they talked me out of it.
And how much more was it?
About $25,000.
Oh, yeah. This is.
And it had a little bit bigger. It had a stronger hydraulic pump. That was the big selling point for that.
Okay. And this one is probably 8,000 pounds, 10,000 maybe.
It's probably around that 8,000 mark,
Yeah, so
a touch
ton
over.
to tow it.
Yeah, it's behind my 3/4 ton diesel. I know it's there
Yeah.
because the axles are set so far back.
There, yeah. And your live deck, you can put on, usually just do one row.
I used to load them up all the time, and when I talked to the guys at Dyna that sold me this, they said you'll run into a lot less headaches if you put. They said you'll run more wood faster if you do just a single row.
That's what I found too. If you try to do two, you get two dropping in your trough, and if
Yep.
the big ones you can't get them.
And if you pile them, if you put a great big heap on there, every time you move the log deck, they fall all over the place. They fall down through the live deck, and you spend more time trying to fish them out than what it's.
That's the one thing I like about the Multitex. They got the claw. You can grab one log and put it in.
Correct.
But they have a patent on that, so that's theirs.
You're right.
So I get it. So what does this got for an engine? Like a
This is-
70-ish?
Yeah. Yeah, it's no, it's not even that big. It's around that 50, 49. I believe it's 49 horse. Very, very easy on fuel.
So she's not thirsty.
No, not at all. I bet I can count on both hands. We got 250 hours on this, and I bet I can count on both hands the number of times we put fuel in it.
Nice. And it looks like your elevator lengthwise is what, 15, 16?
16 feet.
and you can raise and lower it pretty easily just from up here with your
Yep,
winch.
with the winch. Yep, that's all on the controls on the dash.
So you're glad you got it.
Oh, I'm glad I got it. Yep, yep.
And this right now goes, what do these go for right now? Just a guess?
Right around, they came down a little bit in price, but they're still right around 90,000, 95,000, somewhere in there. Part of the reason we bought this is the dealer is 2 miles down the road.
Yeah.
Which is great because I had one issue with it where the wire harness burnt up as soon as I turned the key on. I thought it was going to be a bad day when I had a big puff of smoke come out from by the motor when I turned the key on.
Smoke is bad.
Yes, especially when you could smell the wires burning and melting.
Nice.
Called him up. He said, he goes, I forgot about yours. I got a wire harness on the shelf. I'll be down in 15 minutes. Within an hour, we were up and running, and it was great.
Nice. And I see something orange and blue back here. What's this?
That's part of Team Orange and Blue.
Yeah.
We have a saying around here, you got to go get the whole Team Orange and Blue. We have a Kubota side-by-side that we move this around the yard with.
Yeah.
And then the Easton made 1222, which has been a game changer for us.
This is the number. I'm not positive. I think this is their #1 selling splitter.
Yes, when I was at the show, I talked to Jerry, and Jerry had said, I told him what I was going to do. I showed him some pictures.
Your pick holder. You took out your instruction manual and stuff. Or did you remount it here? Or?
No, I took the instruction manual. I'll put that in the office because those aren't ever weather tight anyways.
Right. This is a good idea.
And yep,
Nice.
when we get moving with 2 guys, you can produce a ton of wood. You can't keep up with this machine.
So now you're dumping here, and the ones that are good you throw up the conveyor and it goes into your bin, and then the ones that need resplits are using this. So
Yep.
you were telling me you used to have a resplitter. You still have it, and it's for sale. Let's go look at it.
Yes, it is.
Tell me what you got here. It's got a Honda engine.
This is a Blockbuster resplitter for resplitting your pieces that come off your firewood processor, primarily for bundle wood.
Right.
Fully hydraulic, fully adjustable wedge. It's air over hydraulic, which means it's got a very fast return.
Right.
It's got a small air tank on it. We got it up by the shop, so I just leave the compressor hooked up for now. It's got a Honda motor on it. The cycle time is incredibly fast. Probably right around a 20-gallon tank.
And it's got the Honda GX 340, 11 horsepower. And you're selling it because you've now got an Easton made, so you
Correct.
don't need this anymore.
Correct. The only reason we're getting rid of it is because I have an Easton made.
Did you use it a lot?
We used it a ton. Every piece, everything we're doing with the Easton made is what we're doing with it. Was what we were doing with this. Correct.
wanted to buy this, what do you got to have?
If I can get $2,500 out of it, it can go down the road. I'll help you load it up. It's a little on the heavy side. I would not recommend trying to put it in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah, it probably weighs couple thousand pounds easily.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I brought it through on a trailer. It pulls around the yard great.
It's not
But
road tires though, so you have
no.
to put it on a trailer.
But if somebody was doing bundle wood,
Yeah.
that would be the perfect. I mean, that's perfect size bundle wood.
Resplitting, right?
Resplit, perfect size bundle
You know,
wood.
if you get extra guys and you want to get more wood done and they're busy doing other stuff, have a guy do the resplits.
Correct. And there is a small air tank on there. I think I said that if you don't, we leave it hooked up to the big air compressor in the shop right now because it's right outside the door of the shop.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that air tank will last probably 4 hours, 5 hours before you need to put it more, before the ram actually slows down. And then we just use one of those small portable tanks.
Little compressor, yeah.
Put another 100 psi in it, and
Good to go.
you're good to go for the rest of the day.
Well, holy smokes, look at this. $40 each for these slots. So this is just all mixed stuff here.
This is all pine and popple this time of year, and
Yep.
in another couple months we'll switch it over to hardwood.
Yep. And then over here is just this hardwood.
Nope, that's more hemlock, popple.
So you said this was all full not too long ago, like what, this morning?
Yeah, like right, 12 hours ago, not even, to 8 hours ago.
These 20-hour slots is what you sell a lot of, right?
We're selling a lot of the $20 slots. We're selling a lot of the, we sell a lot of 40s too.
Right.
These, with weekends like this, we're selling a lot of the $60 slots or the crate. Those are the crates from before.
So this is how much here?
That's 60 bucks.
$60. Looks like there's hardwood in there.
Popple.
Popple. Yeah.
Popple in there right now.
$60. So you just put a new one empties out. You just put a new one out. And,
Yep, run out here with the loader, scoop it up.
yeah. I like the rack you got here. That's probably one of the nicer racks I've seen as far as, because this you found somewhere obviously and just made it into a rack.
No,
Where you
no.
made it?
We made that from scratch. I had the dimensions of what I wanted, the boxes, and I found the tube steel at an auction, and we started building, and we used to have a bunch of $20 racks that we stacked on top of a trailer. And then I said, I want something bigger. So it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we found the airport carts, which
Yeah,
I think
that's cool too. I
those-
like that.
those are the ticket. It keeps the wood dry.
Right.
With the roof over the top, we can hook them up to the loader, hook them up to the skid steer.
So we'll fill it back in the yard and just pull it out here and park it.
Yep, if it's half full, we pull it out through the yard and fill it up and bring it back.
You find, and I've asked this to quite a few people, the fuller you keep it, the more wood you sell. When you get down to just a little bit,
Yes, yes,
it'll sit, right?
yep. We had, this was emptied out on Monday or Tuesday evening. We had one $20 rack sitting on the bottom in the front here. That sat there until we actually came and filled it up, and then the whole thing was empty yesterday afternoon.
And you said, then you filled it last night.
And I filled it last night.
This just all sold.
Yep. Yep,
Faster than you can get it out here.
correct.
You're on a very good road though, right off of a good road. So
Yes, that does help.
this is right off of Highway 41 here, so that helps a lot. That helps a ton. Very nice. Yeah, I like this. How did you find these? Auction, I suppose? Or?
Yep, we found these at auction, and I bought two of them at an auction, basically for scrap price.
Right.
And I said, well, we'll try it. And I told the auctioneer, I know him fairly well, that I said, hey, if you get some more of these, let me know.
And you can tow it from either end?
Nope, you tow it from this end, but then you can hook multiples behind it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought I saw.
There's a hitch behind it, so you could hook multiples behind it.
Like
We have
like a train.
7 more of these that we bought.
Nice.
People kind of shook their heads a little bit and said, why are you building an airport? Well, we're not building an airport, we're converting them over to firewood racks. Yep. The best thing I like about these is that they can hold, when I did the research on them, they hold about between 6,000 and 8,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, you get a lot.
So, and the fact that they are low to the ground,
Yeah.
where You're not starting up here and you got your wood above your head. All your wood is right here.
Do you usually sell the low stuff at first?
It all depends. It all depends.
Over here I see you got the low stuff is gone. That's
Yep.
up there.
Yeah, it just kind of depends who's picking the wood up and what they choose.
I hate to tell you this, but I'm going to have a lot of people asking me, what are the dimensions? Do you remember offhand? It's yay by yay, is what Bert would say.
Yep, it's about that big by about that big. Yeah. Each one of these squares is these squares are 2 foot squares. It's 2 foot tall, 4 foot long.
Got it. So you got
quarter of a face cord.
Quarter of a face cord.
Well, now we fill them up to the bottom of the signs.
That's good.
Which is about 20 inches high now.
Yeah.
The 40s on the other side are
more full.
3 foot by just under 4 foot. That's how it worked out in the rack. But it stays in line pretty much with what the market is for a face cord.
Yep, and I find what's nice about this quantity, and I've talked to a lot of other guys, they say the same thing, that anybody can put this in the trunk of a car.
Correct.
In a little car you can get this in.
Correct. I did actually watch one guy one time with a Volkswagen Bug take one of the $60 crates.
He got it all in?
He got all but 2 pieces in. And there was wood on the front seat, on the back seat. I know the trunk was full.
Jeez, there you go. All right, well that's it for today, folks. We'll be back tomorrow morning with another video for you. We got to go load some wood. You're going to see that tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Good night, everybody.